Okay, she ready. Not my cousin big ass
Got it.
face right here. I'm screaming.
Jesus. All right. We are here. We are here. Mm. Ooh, you ready? Now, I mean,
She
you
ready.
ready.
Yeah, she ready. No, baby. Are
Okay.
you ready?
You
Ready?
are I'm ready. All
Okay.
right. So because we are ready, I hope the audience is ready too, because welcome back to this week of Sus
Hey,
the Pot.
Cora.
And I am TJ.
I'm TP. Sorry, I was cleaning off my camera.
It's
Hey,
fine.
everybody. Hey, everybody.
I mean, today, if you all are watching the video, I have on
Redneck
my hair
attire.
I have a Harris Walls hat on, and I just want to say I've never worn this hat ever.
Really?
Really, because when I got the hat, I got it like probably a day or two or something after the election, and then it was like, well,
I just say,
obviously you
yikes.
got
Put this in the closet.
right. I had to let me the way I had to tuck my Kamala shirts away and tuck this one away
Yikes.
because apparently you guys prefer to wear red caps at the time, but we'll get
Mm,
into that a little later. I wanna talk about, before we just get into all these other things that we got going on in the first segment, TP, before you got
yes,
here, you said that you got waxed. I've
I
never got
did.
waxed before,
You got to do it.
but walk me through it. Take me through there.
Okay, so first of all, the first time I did it, this is only my second time getting waxed. The first time that I did it, I was a little nervous because I was like, "Oh my," well, she thought I was getting a Brazilian, so she was like, "Go ahead and pull them pants down." And I was like,
What is what's a
Brazilian is
Brazilian is
like
just
all of it, like snatching all the
okay.
hair front and back, like all up in the gooch area and everything. But
Okay.
I said, "Ma'am, you will not be looking at my Peter Whacker. You will not. I'm
So
sorry. I just do not feel
where'd you
comfortable
get
with you like."
so what kind of wax did you get?
So I
So
just got a booty
confused.
wax.
So
So I
you
just get
you
my
s you
ass
s
waxed. Because why do you need to see my dick,
s
ma'am? You do not. You do not. I'm sorry. No, I feel too
so
uncomfortable.
is it that
What?
this is where it's confusing to me. Is it
Okay,
that
yeah.
bad that you need a wax in the back?
No, I don't like I have coarse hair. So the hair that grows here
Mhm.
also grows everywhere else on my body. And so
Bush.
that,
George
yeah,
Bush.
yeah. And well, not bush, but just sharp and coarse and
Mhm.
hard. And
Mhm.
so
How does
because of that, what?
how does it grow back? Like, when you get the wax, is it, like,
Oh,
prickly? Or, like, what is
no,
it?
it's not really prickly. I mean, I guess a little bit, but mine, when it grew back, it wasn't prickly. It did grow back thicker though, because I went it was like right before Christmas before I went, and so I of course, you have to let it grow at least long enough to actually be grabbed by the wax. So, if you go before, it's just not gonna be able to grab anything, so you're just gonna be waxing nothing. But it grows
Mhm.
back regular, I guess. But yeah, I just have really coarse hair. All of like the hair that's here is the hair on my pubes, on my ass, everywhere, and I don't like that. Especially on
Oof.
my ass, right? Just really, really rough. Like she needs a condition on all over. Um, and so when I first went when I first went, she thought that I was gonna get a Brazilian. Well, I actually signed up for a Brazilian, but I didn't know the difference. And so when
Mm.
she was like, "All right, we're dropping pants," and I was like, no. And she was like, "So you're not getting a Brazilian?" I said, "No, I just need my booty waxed." So then she stepped out of the room, and I pulled my pants down, and I laid on the table with my ass like, laying flat on
Tooted.
my stomach. No, I didn't have to
Oh,
toot my
no.
ass. No, no, no. I just laid flat on the table on my stomach, and I pulled my pants down to about, like, my kneecaps, basically,
Mhm.
and she just
Yank. Spread and
and
yank.
yeah, she just spread it all out. Well, she
This
waxes the cheek
gesture is
first.
crazy.
She gets up in there and she puts that and puts that wax down in there. She throws that paper on and gets the yanking, honey. And she yanked it. And so this time she was like, "We just doing a booty, right?" And I was like, "You right, girl, just the butt."
Mhm, mhm.
And she stepped out of the room. She was like, "You didn't even gotta take your pants all the way off this time. Just put them down to your ankles." I was like, "Perfect." So I
Mhm.
laid on the table and she put that hot wax in the crack of my ass. She cleans up around the butthole itself. She gets
Mhm.
all up in there. And now my ass is feeling soft as a baby's bottom. So
Okay.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Wow, okay.
yeah. Mhm.
You know what's so wild? And this is a crazy way to start this episode
It
because
really is, honestly.
I have run across videos on this is so explicit, on Twitter, actually, of
Okay.
because Twitter has some things that are
Mhm.
pretty freaky nasty,
Mhm.
of people, there was a video that I just saw, like, the other day. Was I looking for it? No, but
Okay,
it was
that
there.
good
It was there. It
distinction.
was
Good
there. I wasn't
distinction.
looking for it. This man, I mean, first of all, I've seen videos of people of the gays getting waxes by, like, men who
Yeah,
do the
yeah,
thing, and then it
yeah,
just all of a sudden just turns very freaky, like, they put the
yeah.
little they s
Mhm.
sometimes
Flip you
the
over.
masseuse don't got they flip you over, sometimes the masseuse don't got pants on, like, it just real
Mhm,
nasty,
mhm,
real freaky
mhm.
nasty.
Yeah.
Or you can get a happy ending or 2, I heard, so,
Yikes. Not yikes for
uh,
some, yikes for me,
some
though.
I mean, hey, I never been there,
I'm not doing that.
so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
You never know
I've
until you're
turned
in the moment.
I've turned down the happy endings.
Oh,
I've
you've
turned
been
them down.
offered one.
Yes,
Interesting.
I went to this bootleg masseuse in New York City. I was like, "Oh, man." It was, like, a couple years ago. Um, I was like, I don't really wanna pay, like, $100, $200 for, like,
Yeah.
a massage." So I think I paid maybe, like, 50. So I
Oh.
walk into this apartment. It's
Uh,
like a it's actually was kind of it was an apartment.
apartment. Oh
Okay,
god.
I was like, "Is this the right place?" It's very sketchy.
Yeah, clearly.
Went up in there, it was an apartment, and they kinda converted it into, like, a massage place. There was a rinky the lights were dim, there's a little rinky dink desk,
Girl, they was finna get you.
and, let me tell you, I was scared. I was a little scared.
Yeah.
So I get into the back room, 'cause there's only one room. It's only just, like, the back, and it wasn't even a closed door. It was just like
Oh.
a half thing. And the guy started to I get on the table, he starts to rub me on my back. No lotion, nothing, okay?
Not with the dry hands.
Do you know how much that hurts? It hurts a lot,
Yeah.
okay? It hurts a lot. But so mind you, I'm laying there on the floor. Guess what I see?
Lube.
A a gold wrapper on the floor.
Okay.
So he does so mind you, I'm face down. Then I'm like,
Mhm.
"What is this weird feeling?" So he gets up on the table and then stands on top of my back. He's a small man. He stands on my back and he's holding onto the ceiling with both hands and just, like, walking back and forth on my back. I flip over. He's like, do you want it?" "No." I said, "No, I'm good. I'm good."
This I oh my god, this is making me uncomfortable
It was very odd, but you know
because
what?
why are you
You get
walking on
what you
my
pay
back?
for.
Get down.
I am not a jungle gym.
Yeah, get
Get
your
off
ass off
me.
of me. What the fuck is wrong with you?
But you
This
get
is
what you
so
pay
ghetto.
for.
Wow.
And then the other thing I wanted to bring up is that, I put out that clip of us last week talking about the Tourette's thing,
Oh,
and
girl.
I was actually very surprised
I'm not.
at TikTok about, like, about how many views it actually got on TikTok because I thought it was just gonna be, nothing much,
No.
but
Mm-mm.
apparently the folks were upset.
Let me tell you
And I
something.
guess we had to double team those folks up in the
And I
comments
always be having time to argue down to the comments,
because
honey.
let me tell you, they were so mad. I don't
And
know if it's the
and stay mad,
they
honestly.
because we said what we said, and it
Yeah,
was
very
I don't know if it
much.
was the I can tell these people were not black folks. The black folks,
Oh, clearly.
we we
The one
we
black
got each
girl that
other.
was in the comments, me and her had a very nice back and forth, very
Mhm.
civilized. And I said, "You know what? You learned me something. I can
Yeah.
take it." But the rest of them, like, "Look at this bigot. Bigots can be niggers too."
Yeah,
And it's like,
yes.
slow
I was like, "What is this?
down.
What is this?" That's not gonna change my mind now. Of course
Mm,
not.
no, it's
So
gonna make me turn it up, honestly.
yes, exactly.
Like, what are you
So
talking
so
about?
I know the girls are gonna be so upset.
They'll
Who
listen.
knew?
And it's just because they wanna minimize racism. Uh-huh. Okay, because
They do.
racism is not as important as you being an ableist. And it's like, "Girl, like, we can carry 2 jugs of water at the same time, okay?" And what he said was highly racist, okay? So, like, unfortunately, and then there were some people in the comments that were like, "Well, whatever the syndrome that you have, like the specific kind
Mhm,
of Tourette's," they were like, "That still does not always mean that you're gonna say racist things, like, that doesn't necessarily mean that." So, I hear some of y'all in the comments saying, "Oh, he's got this type of Tourette's," but that doesn't mean that you have to have these outbursts of racial, indignities. So, like, go to hell again
mhm.
for the second time.
And the last piece on that, I mean, if the man knew he was already cutting up that night or whatever, you gotta go.
Yeah,
You
you
only I
gotta
feel
go.
like, one time, take it to the other room, please. Thank you, because you
Be
almost ruined a good moment
listen,
for our people.
almost.
Because they
It was
I
ruined for
say all
me.
I say almost because they did win things, so I appreciate that they won things.
Okay, yeah, true, true.
And I love to see that as the folks come back to the US, they have been getting their flowers and all the
Yeah,
appreciation from our
yeah.
people. Our people,
Mhm,
okay?
mhm.
So, we'll see. The Oscars are coming up, which is so crazy, it's so late, but we'll see if we get any goodwill from any of that. So, I don't know. I don't know.
Mm.
And my last thing I wanted to bring up before we actually get into other people's business, do you watch Traitors? I feel like you don't watch Traitors.
I very much do.
You do? Did you finish
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
What did you think? What you think about that?
You know, I feel a way. I feel a couple
Mhm.
ways. First of all, way to get all the people of color out, all the black people specifically. Just got
How
them
does
out of
this
there
how does
early.
this keep happening?
I don't know
How does
what
this
because
happen?
because TV mirrors real life, okay?
Mm,
And we always need the niggas to the back, always. That's what they say. And so that was really jarring to me. Portia leaving first was very jarring to me, but not jarring to me because I mean, let's be for
mm.
real. Portia's a little airheaded, so you know.
Yeah,
Um,
that was a mess.
yeah, it's kind of like par for the course. Um, Rob, I do not like, but I
Mm.
understand that this game is
It's a game.
it's a game.
I d
So,
I
like
this I didn't get why people were, like, for real, like, upset at him. It's a game,
and
and
I
he
guess,
played them like a fiddle, okay?
like, I mean, and you know what? Shout out to Mara for being such a dumbass. Like, shout out to her because she made it so easy when she was like, that "We're going to" however she be fucking talking. I can't even the traitors or however she talked. I just did it was mind-blowing to me how dumb she was, but this is also how, like, the world works, like, a white man can
Mm,
do no wrong. Like, they can do no wrong. They see the best, like, he's it could never be him.
it could
Quite
never be
literally
him.
was him. And so, like, for
All the
her to
people were onto it. That's the
yeah,
gag. Everybody was on
yeah.
everybody's like, "It has to be."
Candace threw 2 warning shots. 2 of them, not 1, but 2. If you got Candace out and you saw she was a traitor, and Candace was throwing you the line like, hey, Rob, I'm just gonna put Rob up." I would and they were already on Candace, I think, a little earlier on,
Mhm,
like, she might be a traitor. Okay, but you're gonna bypass and openly call her a smart player because none of them really suspected her until little conversations came up. So, like, they were calling her a brilliant player, but then looked at the
mm.
brilliance and then said, "No, whatever. Rob's not gonna ever be a traitor. He could never be a traitor. Why?" And yeah, so I really like hated him, but he played such an excellent game. Like
Yeah,
really played
a
an excellent game.
and I don't understand. Eric was a fool.
Girl.
If why would you trust this man? This and I know he tried to do, like, a last minute Hail Mary, but at once Johnny was gone,
Yeah.
that was it, because
When
it's
they got
like
him out, I was really surprised by that. I was really
yeah,
surprised by that.
that I was like, because my thing was, I would have been suspicious of Johnny and Tara, and I wouldn't have had both of them, you know, in the finals either, but, like, I would feel safer if it was just at least one,
Yeah.
but
I don't know though. Like they to me read faithfuls. Like there's just something about the way that faithfuls play the game
mhm,
that is very obvious to me. Now I do work in
mm,
people experience, so I'd be watching people and their moves all the time, but they read faithful to me even though I knew it. Like they just the way that they were with each other because you don't do unless both of them were traders, which let's be real, producers are not gonna make 2 people who are friends traders
mhm,
because it would be way too easy for one to clock them. So that would have let me like all these people are television folks, or in some sort of way. So, like, let's think
mhm,
about a show that has to be produced for the general public. Come on, girl. The producers are not going to make two best friends traders and then keep them and make sure that it's not going to work like that. So, I would have not I would have had no suspicion on them.
mm,
Now maybe like at the end where they're like coming together, I would have maybe thought like, this is weird that the two of them are together. And now y'all are all best friends, but before you stayed separate I still would have been like,
mhm,
"That's too obvious." But, like, the whole way that Rob, like, was able to skirt first of all, the whole eye contact that him and Colton were making when they got the dagger, and,
mm.
like, he that whole I was like, I'm sorry." He know. I'm still on that theory that Colton knew
He got tipped
that he
off.
yeah, that there come on. And then the fact that you ran up to Lisa talking about some, "Okay, if you're a traitor, you have to save me at the end." You knew damn well that if any traitor is left at the end of the game, you're going to not win any money. So why would you even think to walk up to Lisa and say, let's go to the end together?" That doesn't make any sense. You've watched the game. So you know that that's not going to work. So that was just very very weird for me. Very very weird.
Mm. Their relationship, Rob and Colton, I mean,
It was given.
it was given a little close, but,
Mhm.
you know, there was an article before we just turned the page on this, there was an article that said something like, "We don't need more no more housewives on
I saw
Traitors."
that. I saw
And
that.
I'm like, "Who what?"
Who told you that?
They were saying
Who said that?
I skimmed it because they were talking about how the drama of how things play out in, like, real life, and I guess how the folks, like, try to pile on Rob or something
Oh
after the
yeah.
show. And I 1, the housewives have been very, very good on,
Mhm.
Traitors. I noticed this this turns into a longer tangent, but I noticed that you get 2 there's, like, 2 versions of, like, housewives. One, they're, like, super, like, savvy and, like, really into it, or some
Mhm.
folks just kinda clam up a little bit. I feel like Portia kinda, like, it wasn't as, like she wasn't, like, like Portia as she would be, or when
Yeah.
we had Sheree on the other seasons, like
Mhm.
but then some people just excel, like Phaedra.
Yeah. Yeah. Because Phaedra will lie between 2 drops of damn rain, so this was her
Yes.
thing.
Mhm. But I think that but nonetheless, the housewives bring they're good traders, and they
They
bring a
are.
lot of, like they make the things fun, the show
They
fun.
do. They do.
And I would love to see I think, um, Nene, of course, really should be on the show at one of these days.
Absolutely.
Like, I think this is, like,
Absolutely.
a perfect venue for her, she would have a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah.
Who else would I like to see?
Hmm.
Um
You know what? I I I'm not a sympathizer of Dr. Wendy, but I'd love to see Dr. Wendy on a Traitor
She would
season.
probably be good on here
She
too,
would, I think so too,
if
because
she's
she's
not
just
in
so
jail.
smart, right? And honestly, the way it's going, Mama's gonna be in jail. Um,
Okay, let's get into other people's business.
okay, let's do it. Let's do it. You said
So,
starting with Wendy.
yeah, starting here. This wasn't even on the list, but I'm glad you brought
Mhm.
this up
Very
because
much.
from what has been reported, I think today or yesterday, the Osefos are going to have separate trials,
What? I didn't even see
yes,
that.
yes, they're going to have
Oh,
separate
wow.
trials. Eddie is going to do his own thing, and he has waived the right to a speedy trial. Apparently, it was a lot that came out in Discovery, so I guess they need more time to like go through everything, but they are going to be separated. The
Wow.
girls say he's going to take the fall.
Of course. Oh, of course. But you know damn well that both of them was in there scamming. And shout out to Nigerians. Shout out. I'm not even gonna say nothing negative because I don't want the Nigerians jumping down
Mhm,
my throat, okay? But as Tia said, she said, Nigerians already have a bad rep for being scammers.
mm.
So, hey, I didn't say that. The people did, okay?
The people
So, you
did.
know damn well if Eddie was in there scamming, she knew about it. And this whole idea of, well, I didn't know. I don't look at my phone. I don't even know who my light bill is through. Piss poor decision making. Piss poor
Mhm,
decision making because as smart as you are, you should be knowing where your money is coming and going in some rate. I'm sorry. Like that like whole my man does this and I trust him. Absolutely not. I love my man, and I know where the power is coming from, when the rent get paid, what account it's coming out of. Even though I may not assume the responsibility for all of it, I still know
mhm.
where those things, who they belong to, what they should be, looking at the ledger and all that. So like, there's no way in hell you're gonna tell me that you don't know. So put him under the jail, honey, because if you, and what I really think it is keeping up with the Joneses. Like
Yeah.
you want that like, there's no other way because why are you doing that? Like it's not that you will be in the average everyday person's life, they make significantly more money just naturally than than a regular person. But you try I thought somebody talking about this, like, you don't get glam covered from the network. You don't get any of those things covered. That's all your own shit. So, of course, you got to keep up with the Joneses. You starting these weed
Mhm,
businesses and all that, and da 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 da. Girl, you got to have your shit locked tight. And you already know that there's not a lot of black people in the weed industry anyway. So, like,
mhm.
I think there was just so much attention on them in that space that, unfortunately, they just
Oh,
got.
yeah.
Yep.
And
So,
let me tell you, the way she's gonna get got is her still wearing that jewelry because I'm pretty sure she was very present and probably reported her stuff
yeah.
stolen to the police
Hmm.
that she continued to wear afterwards.
Which is crazy, dumb, and stupid. Like for you my pop used to call people smart dumbasses, and that's exactly what they are. You're so smart till you're dumb. Because why would you
Mm,
do that? But it's the keeping up. Like, I need to make sure I put my jewelry on and everybody see. I knew in the last couple episodes when they went to Sabi and she ended up talking about some and I bought these earrings for Cameron, my daughter, because we are very rich. And them earrings was like $222. And I'm like, "Girl, why are you?" And you already knew you was scamming then. You knew you was scamming, okay?
absolutely.
So, like, it just be about and if we're being 100% honest, Potomac is the brokest bitches of all the franchises. Let's be honest. Like, they really are. I think out of all the Real Housewives franchises, is the brokest one. I mean,
They don't
case
even
in
live in Potomac, most of them, so
Thank
there's
you.
that.
And then, like, even with, what's her name? Giselle's tripping me out, like, "We need to go to the 4 seasons, the 4 seasons." It's like, "Girl, it's the 4 seasons." You acting like you about to go stay at some like, you I don't even know. You stay at the 4 seasons. A regular nigga can go stay at the 4 seasons too, mama. Like, what is like, they just have very, like, odd approaches to money and, like, their fame and shit, and I think that Wendy wanted to keep up with that same thing too, and ultimately, huh, gonna lead you to the
Mhm.
jailhouse, mama.
So, over or under 5 years for Eddie and over or under 5 years for Wendy?
Over 5 years for Eddie, under 5
Mhm.
for Wendy. If Wendy goes to jail, because she may pay some, like, restitution or some shit like that.
Admit guilt?
Yeah, and, like, get probation or something and whatever, but I don't think she'll do a lot of hard jail time, but Eddie, he was up in them emails.
Mhm. Look,
They
I
gonna get
if
him.
what comes out is very egregious, then
Yeah,
they in some trouble. If it's deeper than what we already know, they
yeah,
could be in some some
which I
some real
think it
trouble.
is, which I think it
I
is
feel like
much
it is
deeper.
too, because
Yeah,
honestly, this doesn't, I mean, granted, this is a terrible scheme and it's very amateur,
yeah,
but I would not be surprised if there was like they tried something before this, or just try to see where they can go, and this was like
mhm.
the ultimate scheme. So we'll see. We'll see how that turns out.
They about to be locked up.
It won't let them out.
They will not, they will not.
Mm.
Headed for him.
Speaking of, so let's get into some politics real quick. I just got a message on my phone, which I'm obviously late, but it says lawmakers voted to subpoena Pam Bondi to testify about the Epstein files. You know,
Child.
they've been deleting these emails I saw, and then her. What kills me, and my friend Benny, shout out to Benny, he was in the group chat today
Benihana.
talking about, yeah, it's Benny Hanna,
Okay.
from Texas. He was in the group chat today talking about when these people go into these congressional testimonies just being a fool and a clown. All these
Yeah,
Trump people just go up there acting crazy and just like oblivious, like I don't know what's going on. Whatever you're saying, it doesn't matter. The stock market is over
yeah,
50,000. Like what?
The Dow right now is over. The Dow is over $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. You're a great stock trader, as I hear, Raskin.
People are dying, Kim.
and they don't give a fuck, okay, because they killing them.
They don't. Yeah,
I
they
just don't
don't.
I just don't after so many congressional hearings, then what? Like, because I at the
That's it.
yeah, because it's like, I mean, I know that it does, like, sway public opinion and all those things,
Hmm.
and then the trickle down effect, how you vote, how you do all these things, but, like, don't tell me nothing else about no damn files until you about to start locking motherfuckers up. Like, I don't wanna
So
hear
you
nothing
know
else
what's
about it.
crazy? I think like now we're getting to, there's like a boiling point. Uh, you're seeing the Republican folks asking like real questions to these
Yeah,
people, like what is
yeah.
happening. I saw Tom Tillis.
Baby, let me tell you
He was
something. Oh, I said, "You fucking red Republican motherfucker, you better go off."
Why am I disappointed with Secretary Noem? Because we're not going after enough people who did this damage at the expense of running numbers that Stephen Miller wants out of the White House. We just want numbers. We want 1,000 a day, 6,000 a day, 9,000 a day, because numbers matter, right? No, they don't matter. Quality matters, not quantity, quality. And what we've seen is a disaster. Under your leadership, Ms. Noem.
I can't stand Tom Tillis. Ugh, I can't. I seen him in person one time, and I wanted to flip
Mm.
his ass off. Oh, I hate him. But I said, you guys, y'all know it's a fucked up world, and I'm agreeing with Tom Tillis. Ugh,
He going off.
oh,
The they had the picture of
the inside of
the
that plane.
that plane, and they're like, the bed. Why
What's
why is there a
happening?
luxury, hello? Why is there a luxury cabin in here? Because first off, they saying, what's her name? Christy Nome has been
Mhm.
cheating on her husband with Corey Lewandowski, and he's cheating
My
on his
God,
wife too. And so they be doing a thing up in that can we talk?
girl.
You know how demented it is that you have an airplane where you're saying you're taking migrants from this country and then dropping them off or wherever in all these like these prisons and jails in these other countries, and y'all got
A Four
a
Seasons
hotel,
bed.
and y'all are hunching upstairs.
Yeah. That is some weird white supremacy ass shit. We done caught the slaves, now we gonna fuck over top of them. That's
What is
like
this?
weird.
What is that? And they're
Spooky,
like,
honestly.
they're like, it is spooky. They're like, we gave you all this money. Oh, that was the other gag. They were like, why are you running all these ads
With yourself in them.
with yourself in them? They spent like $200 million. And then they're like, Christy Nome was talking about, yeah, well, we had a competitive process and we had organizations bid to do these ads. And they're like, well, the one who won the contract for this $200 million, they were just created like 2 weeks before they won the contract. How does this make sense?
Girl, this is a scheme, and where the fuck is Todd?
Them people are going to go, if Trump does not pardon them, they are going to jail.
That is
They
crazy
are going straight to
work.
prison.
Not you
Like,
created the media company 2 weeks before the bid. And why are you bidding? This is ghetto.
they
This is
bid because they
ghetto.
wanted to make it seem like this was a fair process, but it really wasn't. It was the fact that this company was made by these people's friends, and
Mhm.
they are like, "Oop, we don't know nothing about it." But all of a sudden, this new company who has no history of anything gets this mega contract with the government.
It's giving
Please,
Scamanda. Wow.
these people are going to
Wow.
jail. I
They are.
I think it's
At least I
boiling over,
hope.
and these people are going to jail
This
one
is
day.
crazy.
It might not
That is
be.
crazy.
It might not be in the next 2 years.
Yeah.
But we're gonna
For
pray
sure
on
ain't
it
about to be.
that there's no pardon that comes that way, because these people need to be locked up.
That
And
is
then while we're
crazy.
at it, while we are here, now we're now we're in this war with Iran that happened last week.
Child.
Remember I mentioned that this was probably going to happen very soon, and it
You
happened
did.
on Saturday, and then all we see now, the administration's got no real explanation for it, which is also really crazy, because Rubio basically spilled the beans and said that Israel was going to, well, they said we were only going to do it if Israel was going to do it. That was the first part.
Which is
But then,
crazy.
it's crazy because since when do other countries dictate when we are supposed to jump? But that's
Because they believe that the Holy Land of Israel, honey, and
oh my God,
Armageddon,
the apocalypse is upon
honey,
us.
this
Can you?
shit is crazy.
How scary is that? How scary? Why are the military commanders in the United States allegedly saying that this is the end of times war that we are involved
Trying
in
to kick
now?
off World War III. Mind you, if the Lord were to come back in Armageddon, he'd leave your motherfucking asses right here where you
Because
at.
they're bad people.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it'd be like 7 + 3 = 42. It don't even be, the math don't be mathing. And that's what that's why I struggle, because like, how do you get to Armageddon and Christian nationalism and all of this stuff? And then what you're doing don't even make sense to get you into heaven. Like, none
It
of it makes
don't.
sense,
It
babe.
don't.
That shit is so crazy.
It's just mind blowing. But just to finish the thought here, so Rubio said one thing, and then Trump was basically like, we heard that Iran was going to strike us, so we strike Iran first, which is not true. It wasn't even true. There's
Because
no sources for any of it.
And didn't they already say one time when he shot them shits down, the last time Iran's nuclear power has been
It was over. It was
obliterated? It
done.
was already done. And now all of a sudden they got extra stuff to come and
Right. It just
potentially
happened in
attack. Yeah.
months. What is
Child,
that? And
crazy
now
work.
Iran is bombing all over the whole Middle East, because it's like, if it's going to be end of us, it's going to be end of y'all too. So now it's
Yep.
very erratic and very crazy. And this is partially the reason why I wore this hat or this video, because guess what? I didn't vote for this.
Yeah, I didn't.
I didn't
I
vote
didn't
for that.
sign up
I
for
was
this,
on the
honey.
I know the people had all these things against Kamala, but let me tell you, Kamala wasn't about to do this.
And it's crazy because literally what she said quite literally what she said is unfolding. Like, I hope all you people that did not vote for her eat shit because this is exactly what you get. And people seem to think that, like, that's the part for me that is so interesting is that people who didn't vote for her feel as if they won't have to feel the effects of what the fuck Trump is doing right now.
Mm.
They feel like it's gonna be like casted off to them. And it's like, it may not affect you now, but little Kaylee Ann and little Bruce Thomas that you're having right now, they're gonna be the ones that inherit shit because of the decisions that you're making right now. So yeah, you feel good in your little box home in your suburban area in Nebraska. But when it comes time for your child to get the things that they need, or if it comes time to your child needs an abortion or whatever those things are, they are about to feel the effects of that. So like
Baby, them MAGA folks, their kids going to they're gonna be boots on the ground.
that's what I'm saying.
They'll be rolling around up in the Middle
Child,
East.
mm,
And they because Trump and folks lied as they have always done.
crazy.
Always done. They say no new wars, no new wars. Guess what?
And here we go.
He done bombed up so many different places because he thinks that this is the miscalculation, obviously. He just thinks that, you know, we can just do whatever we want. We just have this show of force and that's it. Like no one is going to really retaliate because we have the better military, blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? The way that these other countries have beat us in war is because they have unconventional means and they can just be as erratic as they want to be because they have really nothing to lose.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I
here we are.
oh
Here
my
we are.
God. Doesn't make you
Oh my
scared to
God.
just exist, bitch.
We
Oh my
can't
God.
even go on a good vacation because
My girl
now
is trapped, honey.
we can't go nowhere. I know the people were worried. They were like, "Oh my God, you know, Trump is going to make sure that we get stuck here and we can't leave." And that, yeah, you know what? What ended up happening? We're stuck here because now it's dangerous for us to go other places. We can't go to the girls can't go to Dubai and meet their prince and have a weekend, a $50,000 weekend in Dubai anymore because we can't fly over there because guess what? The plane might get shot down. Who knows? You can't go to Mexico. The gays can't Tootsie Roll at the bathhouse in
Nope,
Mexico
they
because the
cannot.
cartels are like, no, ma'am. Like, if we
I
can't go to
felt
Bella
so
Noches,
bad
where can we go? Where
to
can we
your damn
go?
house. That little girl that spent her 30th birthday in Dubai and she's still stuck there, I feel so bad for her. And she was like, "I just need to get home to my family." And it's like, "You're not. You're not, unfortunately, babe." Like, it
Sick.
is
They
not
didn't even have a
like,
plan
I
to get
hate
people
it.
out. That is
No, and then gonna
crazy.
talk about put the telephone number and the hotline up there. Baby, when you call the hotline, I said, "The American government is not responsible for getting you back." So
Mm.
what you're stuck.
And the craziest part about it is that like these missiles are like hitting civilian areas, like they're hitting like apartment buildings and like schools, and they killed. I mean, obviously, as we saw, Israel done blew up a bunch of elementary school girls in their first attack or whatever. Like this is too much. It's too much. Y'all brought us back to the chaos. First off, this is my last thing I want to say about this, y'all. If we had, if we have been so close to death multiple times under this man. He done almost killed us through COVID.
Mhm.
Very close,
Ver
very
The
close.
fuck almost killed us, killed a bunch
I
of
mean, there's
us
a
during
RIP.
COVID.
Oh, and speaking of, we are approaching the anniversary of of when it all happened. I think
Child.
it's next week. Like
Yeah.
next week is when 6 years ago when we got shut down.
Mm.
Like, what is that? And then a year later, 6 years later, now this war is like escalating and we've already lost people in the military because of all this crazy foolishness. And he
Crazy
said
work,
that,
bruh.
hey, and then Trump's thing is like, it happens.
He said, "Don't be sad. You signed up for it,
Hey, it's
bitch."
exactly. This is what you voted for, huh? Okay, my God,
Mm.
that's a mess. Okay, let's talk about this primary. So you worked the polls.
I
How was
worked
that?
the polls. It was very interesting. Charlotte I'm on a black side of town, so there wasn't a
Mhm.
super huge turnout because Black folks, of course, don't necessarily, like, always see in a general sense, I will say, see the benefit of attending primary, voting, which is unfortunate sometimes,
Mhm.
not sometimes, all the time. So in our little small precinct 24, shout out to the Doyles at precinct 24. Um,
Mhm.
we only did maybe 300 people yesterday, which is kinda crazy. Um, but people were excited. I mean, we were able to clinch, well,
Let's
not
go,
clinch,
Roy.
about to say big motherfucking Roy. You know, North Carolina don't play about Roy, period. And I hope they know that
Y'all don't. I love that.
we when I tell you our boy going to the Senate, I just
And
need y'all
that's
to
what I love
know
to hear. We need that. We need that.
our boy going to the
Give
Senate,
us
period.
give us a
Whoever that
yes,
Wheatley Whiteley
yes,
man is, he won't be
yes.
making
We
it,
love that.
okay? We don't play about Roy. Ain't never about to play about Roy. So I just need shout out to Roy Cooper, okay?
Shout out.
Cause listen, when he start campaigning, I'm going to see my boy. Now I done seen him in person a couple times before, but
Mhm.
I'm gonna go up there and shake my boy's hand this time, okay?
Good.
Must
We love Roy.
because listen, Roy be down to the A&T, okay? He go apparently he be at A&T every homecoming. He said,
Cause
"Because
he
I need a
know.
fish plate."
G-Ho,
Okay,
okay?
period. And
Let's
you know
get it.
what?
Let's get it.
I love to see it. So, shout out to my boy Roy. A couple house seats were filled by some Democrats too, so we love to see that. So I just, I'm doing NC House, so I just very, 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 very good. That wench Trisha Cotham. Every time I see her name somewhere, I get upset because I think she was the one that filed as a Democrat and then ran again and switched her party affiliation in the middle of her
Mhm.
term.
I
And now
remember
she a
that.
Republican. Yeah, a little nasty wig hair she be having. Yes, because her mom, Pat Cotham, is a Democrat,
Mm.
which is crazy work. And has been, I think Pat Cotham's a Democrat and has been a Democrat for a while. And then here she come, Trisha Cotham, she looked like death becomes her, for real. But anyway, yeah, I worked the polls. It was good. Shout out to the young people who are out here giving of their times, working the polls, doing their civic duty. Because if we don't show up, these old people that be doing it, they're gonna be dead and gone. And then who is gonna be the integral elements of our
Mhm.
fucking
Pass
voting
that s
system?
pass
So
pass the torch.
very much. So I enjoy it. It don't be nothing but a bunch of old ladies in there, black ladies talking shit, and I love it. I be having such a good time.
Good. Um, the other big thing besides North Carolina was also Texas.
Very much, very much.
In the marquee race here,
Mhm.
boom, the Texas Senate race, the primary on the Democratic side, we had Jasmine Crockett, Democratic star in the House, very well known. Then we had James Tallarico, this religious young man who has who has who has grown a cult following in Texas politics. And he was really on the forefront when they did the redistricting and whatever the case is.
Mhm,
So, just a little quick background because this is important to note before I get into your thoughts about it.
mhm, mhm.
So, initially, the Senate race was between James Tallarico and Colin Allred, and they did the redistricting and the filing deadline for the new seats and for the Senate race and all of that stuff was in December. So Jasmine Crockett said, you know what? She claimed that she was redistricted out of her space, which is debatable, I will
Okay,
say,
okay.
because there were I'll leave it there. But
Yeah.
um so in doing so, she said she was gonna run for Senate. The people I want to note that people start voting in February, right? February. This is December.
Mhm.
So because she signed up to run for Senate, Colin Allred, who is also black, he dropped out the race because of course they split the black vote.
Mhm.
And no one wants to like it. We don't want a black man going against a black woman and like
Yeah.
all this other stuff. So boom, mantle. Her premise. She says, "I have the numbers. I have the numbers. I'll tell all the people the numbers, and I could win this, and I wouldn't run if I didn't have the numbers." So, mind you, like I said, she started this race in December. The holiday season, folks don't work
Mhm.
really. It's hard. It's hard, hard, hard to get a whole operation. She is one person who is in the House of Representatives in Dallas. Getting a whole statewide operation in Texas,
Yeah.
it's hard to do that in a month. Tallarico had at least 6 on her or maybe a little less, but like
Yeah.
there was a way more time to get this to have that up and running.
Yeah.
So we'll give it to her a month and a half really of like on the ground. Fast forward, it is March, and it looks like she lost about 5 points. What say you? Because I would some people are like she did a great job. Um she was close, blah blah blah. I want to hear your thoughts.
You know, I don't know if I have any. I think there were
Mm.
lots of like, um, hmm. I feel like that I'm trying to make sure I say what I
Mm,
really, I just feel like there were a lot of things stacked against her. First of all, black
mhm.
woman. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
We've seen history has shown us how black women are treated in this country, especially those black women that are in politics. Um,
Mhm.
but I also think there might have been a little bit of an overconfidence
Mm.
in some of the things that you were saying. I got the numbers. I got like
That's what she said. Not what I said. That's what she
yeah, I
said. I
mean,
just
well,
want to be
yeah, well,
clear,
yeah,
everybody.
you're right,
That's
you're
what she
right. What she
said.
said. I think that Jasmine Crockett's brand of politicalness is
Mhm.
very different, and recognizing that, yeah, you might have the numbers, but we're talking about, like, the conglomerate, and I just don't know if the numbers that you think you had, you actually have. And some people like, it's just I mean, look at Kamala. And not that she was doing that, we have the numbers, but, like, I mean, look at Stacey Abrams. I mean, like, history has shown us that despite having the numbers, we still live in America where
Mhm.
these things don't like, it's always an uphill battle, so, mm, I don't know. I just
I I'm
yeah,
I will
let me what do you
I'll
say?
yeah, let me I'm because I have to watch my words.
Yeah, yeah,
But I do want to say that I felt the campaign was very underprepared.
okay.
I think the runway was too short for one, but
Mhm.
from the exit polling and the exit like demographics and whatever the case was, it said that there was a huge Latino turnout. Now, think about this. That calculation, that wasn't in her plan. You can tell that it was
Uh,
not in the plan
okay, I see what you're saying, yeah.
because it she didn't do the outreach there to
Yeah,
those folks in the same way that he did. And if you have most of those Latino folk because the context is ICE has been whipping through that community crazy.
yeah.
So remember, she also said that they were slaves. So she said she called the Latino community slaves in an interview or whatever she was doing.
Oh,
And so and so when you have a big turnout on in this community and you are not doing like the adequate outreach, yeah, it gets a little lopsided there.
yeah.
Because what I've told other people is that, yeah, she got that 45% great, but if and that, a lot of that is backed by, she had like what, 80-90% of black folks out there, which is
Mhm.
amazing for
Yeah,
her. But you have to piece it together.
yeah.
Like if that's your 45, then this is what people were trying to say the whole time. They're like, you have to get MAGA folks to win, or blah blah blah. Like you have to get middle of the road, like
Yeah.
something, right? Maybe not MAGA folks, but you need like people who are at least like, I can
Go either way.
maybe I can vote for you, right? It
Mhm.
can't just be this one-sided thing. And I think that that's where she kind of missed the mark there, because all Tallarico had to do, he got them white folks, he got the Latino folks, and he didn't really have to dig too deep into the black folks, because a lot of the younger black folks went to he got a lot of Bernie voters.
Mm,
So a lot of those young progressive black
yeah.
folks who were very into Bernie went to him, and that's all you needed to piece together 50%, because that carries you over the line. And I think that a lot of that just got into, it just cost her the race. I also think that her messaging was a little fumbled in the
Yeah.
beginning, because, her first ad was like, they want to attack me. It's about me. I'm going to go take on Trump and blah, 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 blah. And then it's like, Trump is like, you're stupid and blah, blah, blah. And like all of that. Voters
That
don't want
was
to
a little
hear.
odd.
Yeah, that's not a good way to kick things off. Voters, we at the time, we were like, the biggest issue was like, everything is so expensive.
Yeah.
And
She didn't really
I
talk
think,
about affordability at all, really.
yeah, it was more of an afterthought there. Like you had to slot it in, because
Mhm.
it just wasn't, uh, it just wasn't there in the beginning, obviously.
Yeah.
I think it was like taking that messaging was taken for granted, which is weird that it was taken for granted, because all 2025, that's how all those folks won.
Yeah.
That was the message that had folks just blown out, all
Yeah.
across the country
Damn.
going blue. And
That made me think
and
about
that
that.
wasn't that wasn't the that wasn't the kickstart, right?
Yeah.
So um I think that even though she is out of politics now, or will be by the end of the year,
Yeah.
I think that she has a very, very, very promising future. I feel like Kamala is going to. I don't. I I think they're going to obviously work together on. Because I mentioned before that like Kamala's doing this thing where she's like going around to like these black areas in the South and just trying to get those folks organized and energized to vote and things
Yeah.
like that. I can see Jasmine Crockett, you know, being a
Jumping
part
on
of
that.
that
Yeah.
coalition. Also, whether she does cable news like MSNBC, I'm sure they would love to have her, um, or I read the BET is they're trying to bring back some type of news apparatus or something, because
Really?
they're under new leadership, and so they just want to be in that space again to at
Yeah.
least deliver the news to our people,
Mhm.
or become a trusted source to our people. She would be great. Like if they have like a digital something, or whatever,
Yeah.
a podcast, or just like a show that
Mhm.
she could do once a week or something. She'd be
Yeah.
great for that. Because
Yeah.
she has the voice. She I got the voice,
I
right?
got the voice. Yeah, she does. I could see her definitely on some sort of like some little, news thing for black. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. I think like she's like perfect. She's dynamic for that. And she'll make a ton of money.
And that's all that
So
matters at the end, right? Gotta pay them
yeah.
bills.
Okay, the bills do gotta be it was reported she got an expensive taste.
Well, I
so,
don't
so
know because
there we
them
go.
wigs, they ain't not expensive enough for me.
They say she be staying at the Four Seasons.
Well, she need to stop staying at the Four Seasons and stay in a salon because them wigs be fucking trash.
Okay, see, okay, all
They
right,
do.
all right, all right. So
Women
we're gonna do
priorities.
quickies. We're gonna do quickies because you know what's so funny to me? I always say, I said this is gonna be real fast.
And then here we go.
We're like at an hour almost. Like, what is happening? All right, quickies. Megan is on Broadway. She will be performing in the Moulin Rouge and not Chicago
And
because I
not
thought it was Chicago.
Chicago. No,
So she'll be
babe.
on the Moulin Rouge. You said you're not going. I would
I would
love to
love to
see
go, but
it.
I'm probably not gonna go, being realistic. She's it's too short
Yeah.
of a run.
Yeah, it's like a week. It's like 2 weeks or something. It's
It's
not
really
that
short.
long. But I do want to go see the Jellicle Ball on Broadway, and I need to make some time to go to New York to see that because the ballroom girls are gonna be they made it to Broadway, so I love that. There was a video of Matthew Knowles who he did an interview. I don't know if you saw that.
I did see this too. I didn't watch the whole thing,
I,
but I did see it.
yeah, I just saw the clip where they asked him about Tina's contribution to Destiny's Child, and he said something to the tune of like, what exactly did she do? And
She
then
cut them
he stormed
outfits.
out.
Burned your flowers. I've said the same thing to Tina Knowles. You guys put in the work, and obviously the talent was there with your kids and your grandkids.
What work did she put in?
In the hair,
Okay,
clothing,
yeah, you're absolutely right. And the styling,
the
the
styling,
imaging. You're right.
She claimed to have preyed on the name, and different aspects of that.
Sure, sure.
So, yeah, it's a joint effort.
We'll stop now.
What do you think? What do you think about that?
There's clearly some animosity up in the chest about this. I
Mm,
Hey, I don't know what it is, but clearly there's
I don't know what
some.
it is either.
But I
I
mean,
don't know.
I don't think she has done as much as he has in the industry itself. I definitely think
Mhm.
that there was some things that aided in Destiny's Child being who they are from their looks.
Would you
So
consider them to have been fashion icons?
I don't know about fashion icons,
I don't know
but
about fashion
definitely,
icons either.
yeah, like, but definitely fashionable, beautiful gown.
To an extent.
Yeah, because I mean, she was cutting that damn leather, having them looking like country purses and shit
Yeah.
while they was performing.
Just,
Like, yeah,
you
but
know, look, you gotta do what you gotta do, okay? They got budget, okay?
that's what I'm saying. So I think like there is some. He just don't like her ass. That's really what it is.
A mess. It's probably partially because she was able to stay on and
Hmm
really be
There's no
around the family.
animosity
Yeah,
between
and
them
then
two.
well, yeah. And so that wraps up other people's business.
Everybody else's business.
We tore that thing up,
We
okay?
did. And get to that baked potato
So
you put in that damn oven.
Lord, it's more retirements here. Oh, breaking news, breaking news.
Not
This is so
breaking news,
crazy.
honey.
Not that the people care, but like
I'm screaming.
this is funny. Not that the people care. So Montana, let me tell you why this is important because we used to hold a Senate seat in Montana and a House seat back in the
Mhm.
day. Not that long. It wasn't that long ago. Um, so the senator,
Excuse me.
Steve Daines, he's a Republican senator. He just said that he is not running for reelection there. So now it's an open race. And the other day, the guy who holds the only House seat there, he said he's not running for that House seat either.
Wow.
So in a good year, this might be
Okay.
that good year.
Mm.
Be ready for I'm just telling people in November, be ready for a surprise. All right.
Oof.
So now it's time for Is It Really That Deep?
Is it? Let's find out.
Let's find out. All right, this one comes to us from Reddit again, which is really funny because I clicked in and I said, "Oh, this is interesting." All right, so
See, not you being on Reddit and you wearing this camo hat. I'm about to start checking on you in a minute. You're gonna be queuing on
please,
next, honey.
but okay, we already been through that rabbit hole. All right, so this is I can't tell. We're just gonna call this what's a gender neutral name? Ashley. Okay, so
I mean, I
Ashley.
guess.
It's Ashley. So basically, I was bored one day and decided to bake a cake. I called my friend while she was at work with a girl she likes. We
Okay.
were all on the phone laughing and everything felt normal. Later that day, we all hung out, got food, came back to my place, and we ate the cake that I made.
Uh-huh.
We hung out a few times since then, and just yesterday, we visited the girl at her job. There was no
Okay.
weird energy.
Okay.
Today, my friend texts me saying she wants to take a step back from our friendship, but swears I did not do anything wrong. Apparently, the girl that she likes told her that she didn't like my vibe that day and couldn't explain why and was upset. My friend kept hanging out with me. So now my friend is distancing herself to respect her crush's feelings. And I'm confused because I supposedly did nothing wrong and this girl barely knows me. And somehow I'm losing a friendship over a vague vibe with no explanation. What do I do?
I'm so confused. I'm so confused because what? What? Okay. So the friend, this is a man,
I think so.
is
I
baking
think
a
it
cake
is.
at his house,
Yeah,
and
and he
he's hanging
called
it,
his homegirl.
and his homegirl got a friend.
Yeah, his homegirl Lizzie got a friend Rebecca.
Okay.
And
And
Lizzie has a crush on Rebecca. And so they all hung out together. And then after they finished hanging out, Rebecca told Lizzie, I don't like him. Like, he's something weird about this guy. And so now Lizzie's like, hey, friend, I don't think we should hang out anymore.
that's weird. Is Lizzie and Rebecca licking coochies?
I don't know if it sounds like it seems, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know.
possible. Sounds like it's
I,
possible.
yeah, that
This
cooch
is
must have been licked very well
yeah, because he said
because
stop
you
hanging out
acting
with that
stupid.
man.
Now you acting
I
stupid.
just I don't I have friends that have other friends that I don't necessarily like
Mhm,
care for, and I don't force them to not hang out with them because those are their
mhm,
friends, not mine. We just
yeah.
won't be hanging out when you're hanging out with them, or don't call me when you with them, because why would you?
You don't
But,
like it?
like
Like,
yeah, but outside of that, I'm not about to tell my friend that you can't hang out with somebody because I don't like them. And then if and you start acting weird and decide that you're gonna distance yourself, then girl, we don't even need to be friends at this point because it's giving very much weird.
so you saying cut them off
Cut them off. Cut them off
or
because
just
what
let go? You might need some little therapy because it sounds like this person was important to you. So
it sounds like
ugh,
everybody is just doing some weird shit. That's what it sounds
it,
like to me.
it is, and it seemed young. It seemed like a young people's problem.
Yeah, because like, what? Girl, we too grown for that. I don't no, absolutely not. But what do I know? What do I know? Because if you feel like it's that important where you need to remove oneself from being friends because your other friend told you, maybe there's something there that I don't know. Maybe there's some lived history, but I just like, how old are we again? Are we 15? Is this middle school?
I don't know. It just seems
Just
like it's
given.
it's very very young gay. Like all the
Very
gays are
young
just doing
gay.
too much. Everybody's
Yes,
just
the
doing too
baby
much.
gays. Mm,
Cut them off. Cut them off.
yeah, that's what I
Cut them
say
off.
too. Life's too short, girl, to be worrying about some shit like that. We are at war, honey.
We
Quite
are at war.
literally.
You guys are
Mm.
21 at war. Okay. All right.
16 at war. That's the song.
I know, but
I wonder where she at now. Karina. Passion.
Karina. I was about to say Tiffany Evans, but the
No,
same
that's
era,
Tiffany
but
Evans. It's
different
Tiffany.
people.
Yeah, about to say
Is
different
it?
people. It's Tiffany Evans, I think. No, wait. Is it?
No, it's Karina. It's
Is it?
Karina. Because Tiffany Evans did Promise Ring.
Yeah, Karina Passion.
You look at her, what's she doing?
Girl, I don't know. She don't even got no Instagram, I don't think. Wow.
She went into
She
obscurity.
fell
All right,
off
well,
the earth.
I get it. It's people are weird. All right, so that wraps up Is It Really That Deep? Now,
Oh, no,
the
she's
quick
still out here. She got an
question.
Instagram.
I have a quick question,
Let's get
and this
into
is
it.
going to be quick. Let's talk about expectation versus reality. I thought about this right before we got on here because I
Mhm.
was having a really good conversation with my friend Jamal, friend of the
Hey, Jamal
pod.
Sims.
I had this expectation of doing this thing,
Mhm.
and once I got to do the thing, the reality of it was that I'm more annoyed than anything. I'm
Oof.
disappointed. I'm more annoyed. And I guess the real question is like, one, of course, have you ever had, a
Have
time like
you
that, of course?
ever
And like,
some
where do we balance these expectations for things that are kind of like unknown?
Yeah. I struggle with this because in everything, I set really low expectations so
Mm,
that if they don't meet what I'm thinking is gonna happen, I don't already feel so sad. So, like, when things
mm.
happen, I'm like, I'm not gonna get this. This is not gonna happen. This is just it's all gonna fall apart. And I get there and it goes better, and I'm like, "Woo, honey, that's good." But if I already have the expectation of it sucking, then
Mm.
it won't feel so bad.
So what, black folks,
Yeah.
what expectation it's a trick question. What's the expectation do you give black folks? You go to a black business. What's the
Ooh,
expectation?
ooh, not you setting
What's
me
the
up
yeah,
for this.
what's the expectation? You
Wow.
work with other black folks. What do you expect in those situations from our people?
Well, I use an algorithm of sorts. If
Okay.
the things that are tied, I look at history of the
Hmm.
business, the person, the thing, right? If the things that are attached, the website, the phone call,
Yes.
the email, right? If those 2 things already give me interesting vibes,
Hmm.
expectations coming down, mama, already. And I try to filter my own black folk expectation because you know how we do. You know how niggas do. We just you know how they do. So you just and I try not to go into spaces like that because
Yes.
why would you, right? But also, unfortunately, that's sometimes how we do. So, for example, niggas is gonna
Uh-huh.
be late. We're gonna be late. Say we start at
Yes.
12:15, baby, it's 12:25.
Yeah.
And you just gotta set your expectations. Matter of fact, I got an email today. Typos a galore. And I'm like, you know what?
I'm just oh my God. That is
You
funny.
just bring it down a little bit, right?
We're gonna bring it
Yeah, you just
down.
bring it down. So, but that is not always the best approach because you do want to give people the benefit of the doubt, allow them space and opportunity to meet or exceed expectations. But mm,
Hmm.
I mean,
Thank you. Thank you for answering that question.
not you set
Um,
me up for black people to be like, wow, you are
yes.
so racist to your own
I just,
people.
whoo,
Oh
boy.
my God.
Okay, well, that wraps up this
You
week's
are
episode.
trash.
Nice. Thanks. Make sure you guys subscribe
Please not
because,
bully me in the comments.
oh Lord, let's figure out. Let's see what clips you put out this week. No, we're
See
not gonna
this
put that one
one.
out. I don't want people to eat you up. TikTok eat
They
you up,
about to.
and it'll be your own people.
See. You knew exactly what you was doing. I can't stand you.
All right, that's
All right.
funny. Bye.